let's remember what's at stake. I'm running against a guy who denies science, denies climate change, says it's a hoax created by the Chinese. So this is something that Al Gore has been working on for a really long time. And I want you to know how far back he goes. It was in 1982 when he held the very first hearing on climate change in the House of Representatives with the world-famous climate scientist Jim Hansen. And then when Al became a senator, he continued to raise the alarm and look for solutions. And as vice president, he led America's efforts to negotiate the Kyoto Protocol to cut greenhouse gas emissions. And you take all this together, those 30 years of leadership led Al Gore to be awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2007. I was very proud because he had been determined and persistent, and in the face of a lot of people in public life, in business and elsewhere, who were trying to diminish the importance of the science, he never wavered. And in the years since, the climate challenge has only grown more stark. And I will tell you this, it is one of the most important issues at stake in this election. Look at it this way. Our next president will either step up our efforts to address climate change, to protect our planet, to protect our health, and to create good jobs that cannot be outsourced by growing our clean energy economy, or, in the alternative, we will be dragged backwards and our whole future will be put at risk. So we've really got to get this right. And if you need additional convincing, just remember what happened this week. Hurricane Matthew killed at least 26 people in our country, more than 1,000 as far as we know right now in Haiti. North Carolina is still dealing with serious flooding and will be, at least for the rest of this week, if not longer. We all need to support each other as our communities put the pieces back together and begin the long road back from this disaster. That's why I've encouraged everyone to give what you can afford to the Florida Disaster Fund or to Team Rubicon, the veterans organization working to respond to Hurricane Matthew, or to UNICEF helping children and families on the ground in Haiti. Now, some will say, you know, we've always had hurricanes. They've always been destructive, and that's true. But Hurricane Matthew was likely more destructive because of climate change. Right now, the ocean is at or near record high temperatures, and that contributed to the torrential rainfall and the flash flooding that we saw in the Carolinas. Sea levels have already risen about a foot, 1 foot, in much of the southeast, which means that Matthew's storm surge was higher and the flooding was more severe. Plus, as you know, the impact of